G'day, it's Jay and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this textured low ponytail. I started the style doing a basic crimper straighten. If you're not familiar with the technique and why I crimper straighten, I recommend going and watch that video first. I'll leave in the description box as well as on the screen before doing this hairstyle. Once you've crimped the hair, you're wanting to curl it. So I'm using a larger barrel in this tutorial as I'm wanting the curls to be really voluminous. As well as I don't want the curls to all join together in the ponytail, I'm curling them in different directions. So I'm bringing the hair both underneath the curling wand and wrapping around, and then the next curl I try and go over the top of the barrel. This is going to help create more texture as well as keep those curls separate when it comes to joining the ponytail together. Repeat this curling technique for the rest of the hair. Once you finish curling, you're wanting to add just a little bit of a medium hold hairspray. Now we're going to make the top section of the ponytail. So this part I'm making a part on either side. I'm doing it slightly off-centered, but it really depends on what your client wants. You could use all the hair in this part or change it up a little bit, but this is what I did. So now we're going to make the bump that's on the crown of the head. So what I'm going to do is just grab small sections, give it a little bit of a spray of a medium hold hairspray and a little bit of a tease, and just repeat this process. You can also add a little bit of dry shampoo to just help absorb any moisture. Now to add a little bit extra texture, I like to do a little bit of a mix. I like to add a little bit of gel with the Tame Wild Cream. And this is if you're wanting to both control the frizz, but also just give a little bit of hold. And so here I'm just trying to make a little bit extra lines, a little bit extra texture while I make this hair bump. Now to give it the more textured look, I decided to grab half the hair, so the hair on the left side, and twist it in towards the middle. I grabbed little sections of hair and just pulled it out and pinned in place. Then repeat this process on the right side. Once it's all pinned in place, you want to just grab a little bit of Tame Wild in your hands and just rub it into the hair while pulling. This is a great way to both get a bit of texture but not creating too much frizz at the same time. Now just add a little bit of Tame Wild into your hand and just rub it into the hair. This is just going to help reduce any frizz, and then I like to give it just a little bit of a tease. Give it a little bit of a twist and pull the pieces out just to add a little bit more texture and volume. Now you want to pin this across over towards the right side. You want to repeat that process on the right side. And just to make note, I am grabbing hair from around the ear. So I'm leaving that front section out as I'm wanting to add that in later on. However, depending on how you want the style, you could grab that piece earlier on if you're wanting it to be a more fuller back look instead of a separated part line. Now we're up to actually making the ponytail part. So to do this, we're going to be doing a knot. Now for starters, we want to help the hair to stay in place and keep the frizz. So we're grabbing a section from both the left and right and adding a little bit of Tame Wild. Now I just run that through the hair as I'm really trying to contain any little bit of frizz that might come up. Then you're wanting to give it just a little bit of a tease, just to help that volume and for it to stay in place. Then to make the knot, you're wanting to do it just like a shoelace. Then we're wanting to add in those front sections, so I just added a bit more of that Tame Wild and just rubbed the hair and gave it a little bit of a twist and topsy-tailed it through to the ponytail. And I just did this on both sides. Now, if you're wanting the hair to sit a little bit off the face, you can also tease that section before twisting it. And then you want to repeat the same process on the left side. So you can either leave the style here and have a ponytail, or you can keep following on to watch how to do this lower style. To create the lower part of the style, we're going to be doing the same type of knot as we did to make that ponytail, and just repeating this throughout. Now you can change which direction you do it in, either going left over right or right over left. An important thing to remember is every single time I make a knot, I always add my Tame Wild and always comb through. This is going to help reduce the frizz and also help the hair stay a lot better. Once you've gotten down to the bottom of the hair and it's a bit tricky to keep doing those knots, here what you can do is just a pull through braid instead. So just grab a hair tie and tie the hair in place and then flip it in the inside and pull it out a little. With the remainder of the hair, I like to curl the bottom part. Then I like to give it a little bit of a tease and just pull it up in place to cover the hair tie. Once you're happy with the style, make sure to give it a spray. I used a combination of both hair wax and hairspray to give it the most hold. And this is the end product. Now I thought I'd also show you a variation of this style, so I wrapped up that bottom section to make this lower bun. As always, I'll leave a description of all the products that I use down the description box, as well as following. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!